I'm now working on the tank. The duct tape that I've put on there is to cover the hole. I've cut the side out because it was totally bashed at the top. So I've got the upside down. I've cut that piece completely out. You'll see why in a minute. It's very difficult because the inner part of the tank is very close. That's the inside, because there's a big space at the bottom of the tank underneath, which is to fit over the air filter. I've unglued all the rubber padding. I'll remove this stuff off here and you can see what I've got to do. I put all the duct tape on there to stop bits going into the inside of the tank, because I had to cut all this lot out. None of it broke, none of it cracked, no leaks in the tank, none of the welds broke, all perfect, just dented and bashed in there. But there's no way I could get at that because of the bottom of the tank inside there. And as I say, the side was mutilated anyway where it hit the deck. That's the piece I've cut out of there. That's removed. I've still got tape over the filler cap because I had to do some grinding along there. It's difficult to get the tin snips in there with the second skin on the inside, and I didn't want metal bits going in the tank because you can never shift all of them, there's always something left. So that's what the tape was there for. And I've also got to sort that side out there. That shadow, there's no holes in it, just dents, as you can see there. So once I've got this straightened out and levelled and flattened, I might have to cut some of this inside part of the tank away to get at it. I've got to flatten it, level it, and then I can get a bar or something across there to get at the other dents on the other side. I can't be doing with cutting two sides of the tank open, becoming a major job. So the next thing is to straighten all this, cut all this so that it's nice and neat, make a new piece and weld it in. I may have to move this inside piece, cut it back and bend it in so that I can get behind this welded area afterwards to tap it level, because you always get some distortion when you gas welding it. And it's all got to be filed smooth and buffed. So I've got to get behind it with this inner skin. It's very difficult. So as you can see there, I've removed the complete bottom of the tank. Well, not all of it, but for this side, by chiselling along there with that chisel and chiselling up this side and chiselling up that side, and I stuck duct tape over the end of there so I could saw through that little bit and that little bit without any metal filing getting into the tank, and I twisted it out. Well, you can see now that's not an easy job at all. and it's quite physical actually, because I've had to balance and hold the tank between my knees and legs while I'm hammering and chiseling along with that thing. So now I can get behind there now, after I've welded a new side piece in, and tap any irregularities level when I'm smoothing it down. I can also now get this major damage, which is the main reason for removing this piece, so I can get hammering that down and get it flat and level again. Here's a better view of it, the right way up. Well, that's the part I've now got to flatten and then weld. New side piece in, put the bottom back. Right, that is the right hand side of the tank that was full of dents there. That's now back to normal, near enough. Had to get a rod through from the other side, which I've cut open because the other side was trashed. Used the rod and tapped out the dents as far as I could, and fill them with weld and file them smooth. So that's that done. The other side, where the top was completely caved in, that is now level and smoothed off. This side was totally trashed, so I've cut that out. I want to make a new piece to weld in there. I've put the bottom back, that part's cut out, just tack welded back in, just so I can get the shape to follow that correctly. Then I may have to remove this again to get behind here to tap it level after it's welded during filing, because it tends to get a little bit of a wrinkle here and there. So that's where we're up to with that. That's the new side piece that I've made. Now ready to weld in there. The trickiest bit is keeping it exactly in the right position while I get it tack welded in. I need about 4 arms and hands. Don't judge the neatness of that weld, that's penetrated through from the other side. It was welded from the other side, that. Right inside of the tank is only tack welded back in. I've got to take it out again in a bit once I've welded this, so I can tap any low spots into the right position before I file it and smooth it and polish it. That's a new piece welded in, including tacking it, which is the longest job. Getting it right in the right position, it's taken about 2 hours. It's not the neatest of welds with the gas oxyacetylene. I can do neater, but some of the shite that came out of that existing metal of the original tank, where fuels got into it, this modern fuel with ethanol, it starts to erode the aluminium. Although it looks pretty good inside the tank, but when you put a gas flame on, any muck and shit just comes out of there. Makes it difficult to weld it properly, but anyway, it's done. Needs filing down now and polishing. There may be an odd bit here. So that is the tank, now finished and done and on. And that's the other side, the right hand side, where I poked a rod through to get at that damaged part.